Greetings, wonderful people. Here comes the jolliest season of the year, when every sunrise is accompanied by the heavenly chirping of birds, and the first sun rays spread themselves across the vast landscape as if stretching their hands to embrace the earth. It's spring, my friend, and let's celebrate its arrival the Azerbaijani way. When the last cold month counts its final days and March slowly approaches, every true Azerbaijani anticipates one of the most revered national holidays, a holiday that our ancestors celebrated as the coming of the new year. Novruz, the Persian New Year, is celebrated in many countries across the Middle East, Central Asia, South Asia, and parts of the Balkans. This episode means a lot to us since we want to show you the beauty of this special holiday for people who share the same cultural heritage. And Novruz has an incredible uniting force, holding the same cultural significance as Christmas in the Western world. You're going to learn about various national customs, and some will certainly surprise you. Make sure you've found the coziest place in your house as we venture on a journey across the globe and through history. Let's begin with the basics. Novruz, meaning New Day, is an ancient festival rooted in Zoroastrian traditions. This holiday is renowned for its abundance of customs and rituals. Before Novruz, families deep clean their homes, or as people used to call it, shaking the house. It symbolizes getting rid of old energies and making space for renewal and prosperity in the new year. New clothes, furniture, and decorations are often purchased. In Azerbaijan, Novruz Bayramı, is one of the most important and cherished holidays. Before Novruz, the 4 Tuesdays leading up to the holiday are dedicated to the 4 elements. Su Çarşambası, Water Tuesday, symbolizes purification and the beginning of life. Od Çarşambası, Fire Tuesday, represents warmth and the triumph of light over darkness. Yel Çarşambası, Wind Tuesday, symbolizes the coming of spring and change. Torpor Çarşambası, Earth Tuesday, signifies fertility and growth. On each Tuesday, families light candles, jump over bonfires, and make wishes for the new year. I remember, as kids, we eagerly awaited the arrival of each Tuesday. Surely one of the main reasons back then was the opportunity to jump over the bonfire. People jump over bonfires while reciting, "May my pain and sorrow stay in the fire." In Persian tradition, the haft-seen table is a key tradition of Novruz. Haft-seen is a festive table that includes 7 symbolic items starting with S in Persian. Each item represents different aspects of life, like rebirth, health, protection, and patience. Azerbaijan has its own version of the haft-seen table called Concha, which includes Samani, candles, eggs, traditional pastries, mirrors, coins, and painted eggs. Baklava and shekerbura, which my wife is currently preparing, are among the key elements of Concha. The golden jewels of the table, whose enticing aroma greets guests at the doorstep, have a golden brown glow that reflects the lamplight, symbolizing the very essence of this holiday, the renewal of the life cycle. Another star of the festive table is shorgogol, which you'll see there as well. Shorgogol is a round-shaped, flaky pastry with anise, fennel seed, cumin, cinnamon, turmeric, salt, and pepper. It has solar symbolism. Its round shape and cheerful yellow color are inspired by the life-giving sun. However, the most important part of Concha is Samani, a sprouted wheat. If you're wondering what it looks like, Google it or wait until we set the festive table. Samani is made from sprouted wheat or lentils and grown a few weeks before Novruz. This lush green grass is usually placed at the center of the table, embodying rebirth, fertility, and the coming of spring. The key signature of Samani is a red ribbon tied around it for luck. On the last day of Novruz, Samani is released into a river or garden to symbolize letting go of the past. What a meaningful and graceful act. I am truly honored and proud of being Azerbaijani and sharing these customs with my ancestors across generations. You feel a sense of belonging to the past and present, passing these beliefs to future generations. As I get older, I value the importance of national heritage more. It's the voice of our grandparents and parents. They speak to us through these customs and traditions. When it comes to shekabura and baklava, the filling must be done properly, ensuring that you've added enough nuts, sugar, and other essential ingredients to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. The dough for shekabura is another crucial part of the process. It must be soft, pliable, and perfectly kneaded to create that melt-in-your-mouth texture. One of the most distinctive features of shekabura is its signature shape and ornamentation. Azerbaijani people craft these intricate patterns using tweezers, and having sharp, pointed tweezers is essential for creating well-defined lines. A final, yet very important detail, shekabura should remain pale even after baking. The delicate color is part of its traditional appeal and signifies the authenticity of the preparation process. While I am initiating you into the secrets of the Novruz celebration, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon. In the solemn silence of the wind and the rustling leaves, my wife stands alone, immersed in these centuries-old traditions. Her hands move gently over the surface of each shekabura, pinching the dough and leaving a mark of commitment to her roots. Her mother's hands, her grandmother's, and even her great-grandmother's worked in the same manner, carrying on a legacy woven into each delicate pattern. This is a true work of art. It seems as if her soul has been imprinted in every intricate ornamentation. As I mentioned before, children are the ones who adore this holiday the most, and who wouldn't? The tables are brimming with delicious dishes, an array of sweets is laid out, and the air is filled with songs and laughter. There's the joy of jumping over bonfires and, of course, the egg-cracking game. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that one, mate. If you ever find yourself in an Azerbaijani household during Novruz, you'll notice beautifully painted eggs decorating the table. They symbolize fertility and the renewal of life. After the meal, we play a traditional game called egg cracking. The rules are simple. 2 players each take a boiled egg and tap them together, tip to tip. The goal is to crack your opponent's egg while keeping yours intact. The winner is the one whose egg remains unbroken. Some people believe that the person with the unbroken egg will have good luck and strength throughout the year. You see that the shekaburas have hardly changed their color. That's what we needed. Now let's arrange them in a circular shape, a symbol of life's cyclical nature and its inevitable transformations. Spring is the turning point, a time when nature renews itself and everything starts afresh. If you're wondering how to stay connected with us beyond our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram. There, you'll get an even closer look at our daily lives, traditions, and behind-the-scenes moments. From the ingredients spread across the table, you can already guess what my wife is about to cook. Of course, it's Shah Pilaf. We can't go a day without Pilaf, let alone celebrate Novruz without traditional Azerbaijani Shah Pilaf. Now let me test you. What do we need to make the perfect Shah Pilaf? If you've been watching our episodes, you should know the answer by heart. Write your guesses in the comment section below without looking at the table. Let's see who the true fans of Faraway village are. Another way to show your dedication is by adding one of our handmade knives to your cooking arsenal. If you don't have one yet, it's time to treat yourself and your kitchen Scan the QR code and take home a pair of handcrafted socks, lovingly knitted by my wife. Traditionally, shah pilaf is made with lamb, but other meats are acceptable too. However, one thing remains essential. You need a cut with a good amount of fat. Fat is key in pilaf as it helps the rice become perfectly fluffy and rich in flavor. What truly sets shah pilaf apart from other pilafs is its stunning presentation, resembling a dome-shaped treasure chest, or better yet, a castle filled with wonder. Encased in a golden, crispy lavash or flatbread, it holds within its layers of fragrant rice, succulent meat, and a luscious, sweet, savory sauce. Dreaming about pilaf is a wonderful thing, but taking care of your household is just as important. I enjoy both. One brings happiness to my mind, the other nourishes my soul. If you're enjoying this journey into traditional Azerbaijani cuisine, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Now it's time to start making the sauce. First, make sure your pan is preheated to exactly 130 degrees Celsius. This temperature is crucial. It allows the onions to caramelize perfectly, turning golden and releasing their natural sweetness. Once they soften and develop a deep golden color, take them out and set them aside in a separate bowl. Meanwhile, the lamb will be cooked separately. This method allows the meat to retain its rich, juicy flavors without absorbing excess sweetness from the sauce. Let's toss some chestnuts onto the hot pan and listen as their shells crack open, releasing their buttery richness. Each nut hisses and pops, releasing a smoky, caramelized aroma that curls into the air like the whisper of an old story. This ritual of patience is a silent promise. Every second spent tending to the fire will transform into layers of flavor that make the final dish unforgettable. Now, the plums. Roasting them separately isn't just technique, it's respect, allowing every ingredient to shine before they all come together in a symphony of taste. The moment of union arrives. Each roasted element, apricots, onions, raisins, chestnuts, joins the tender, spice-kissed meat in a slow, bubbling embrace. They mingle, merge, whisper secrets of past feasts to one another. This is where the magic happens, where flavors intertwine like old friends reunited, their edges softening as their essence melds into the broth, creating something greater than the sum of its parts. Outside, the children's laughter is a melody of spring. They take turns in the ancient egg game, knocking their painted shells together with careful precision, their excitement bubbling over as the unbroken eggs emerge victorious. This game, passed from one generation to the next, is a small but sacred ritual of renewal and joy. Mastering Shah Pilaf is no small feat. It is a rite of passage, an unspoken challenge that every Azerbaijani cook must conquer. The rice, parboiled to perfection, tender but firm, must never clump or surrender to mush. The lavash must be golden, crisp yet pliable, a delicate throne upon which the pilaf will rest. And the flavors? A delicate negotiation of saffron's floral luxury, the earthiness of lamb, and the bright bursts of dried fruit. This is an heirloom, a piece of history plated with care. My wife approaches the rice with the precision of an artist. She parboils it just right, soft on the outside, resilient at its core. In Shah Pilaf, each grain matters. They must stand apart like tiny white pearls, ready to catch the golden kiss of saffron. In this dish, rice is not an afterthought. It is the stage, the canvas, the silent hero. The water drains away, taking excess starch with it, leaving behind only the purest grains. This small, deliberate step is what separates perfection from mediocrity. It is what ensures that the pilaf will be light, airy, and fragrant. Now the butter melts into liquid gold, its richness seeping into every pore of the lavash. It perfumes the air with the promise of something indulgent, something that will linger on the tongue long after the last bite is taken. The lavash enters the pot, absorbing the butter like parchment, drinking ink. This is no mere base. It is the foundation, the crisp embrace that will cradle the pilaf, locking in its warmth and flavour until the moment of unveiling. While the pilaf takes shape, another project is unfolding: my greenhouse. A dream in the making, a promise of year-round herbs and vegetables nurtured by my own hands. There is something deeply fulfilling about growing your own food, watching the cycle of life unfold in miniature, knowing that what you harvest will nourish both body and soul. The first layer of rice settles in, followed by a generous scatter of the fruit and meat mixture. The layering begins, each addition a new note in a rising crescendo of flavour. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. This is a gentle reminder for you to keep connected with us. Now the saffron water, a cascade of molten gold seeping into the rice, igniting it with colour and aroma. It is a simple act, yet it transforms the entire dish, elevating it into something almost regal. The final fold, the moment of trust, we wrap the pilaf and send it into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The magic will happen. The lavash will turn crisp and golden, sealing within it all the layers of history, culture, and celebration. Meanwhile, my wife roasts wheat, gorga, the scent of history and heritage filling the kitchen. This simple, nutty treat, a kind of symbol of prosperity for the year to come. The greenhouse stands as a testament to patience. Fresh produce year-round isn't just about convenience, it's about connection to the land, to time itself, to the quiet rhythm of nature's cycles. With every sprouting leaf I feel a quiet triumph, a small victory against the limits of seasons. We saved the egg painting for the end. My wife prepares coriander, readying it for a dyeing technique that will leave delicate, ghostly patterns on the shells, like lacework pressed into the smooth curves of each egg. She boils onion skins, extracting an amber-hued dye, deep and earthy, a colour stolen from autumn leaves and held in water. Each egg is wrapped in gauze, herbs pressed against its surface before being lowered into the dye. The boiling water coaxes out intricate designs, the herbs leaving behind their imprint, each egg an individual masterpiece, a piece of living tradition. The eggs emerge transformed. Their surfaces bear delicate botanical tattoos, each one unique. The children, inspired by the festivities, build a bonfire. The flames flicker, wild and alive, casting soon dancing shadows against the night. We watch as they jump over the fire, laughing, their silhouettes momentarily swallowed by the glow. It gives me such a nostalgic feeling of old days when I played around the bonfire at my parents' yard. The table is set. A red ribbon ties the centerpiece together, the colors, the scents, the warmth. It is a tableau of Novruz, a feast of rebirth. The Samani is placed, surrounded by bright eggs, golden sweets and fruits. This little oasis embodies a silent hope for abundance, for a year rich in love and fortune. The greenhouse, too, takes shape, a labor of love, a structure built not just for plants, but for a future of self-sufficiency, of homegrown bounty, of a life intertwined with the land. And now, the grand unveiling.
Hazır.
The Shah Pilaf emerges, a golden dome, flawless, glistening under the light, its crust crisp, its scent intoxicating. This is the true crown of the table, the culmination of patience, skill, and tradition. The Concha is complete. It is a feast, but it is also a story, a celebration captured in scent and taste. Let's delve into the taste of history and the taste of home. Words are useless here. The only thing that matters is our heartbeats that tuned with the melody of this great holiday. Our dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned about Novruz enough to share with your friends. You now understand why this is more than a festival. It is a promise, a tribute to renewal, to family, to the eternal cycle of life. And as we gather, we celebrate not just the turning of the seasons, but the moments that make us who we are. Until next time, our people,